Well, I was going to show you how pretty it looks here in DC, but it's just freezing rain, so nobody wants to see that. And it's very cold, so if you hear that's my space heater in the background. Gotten a couple questions on TikTok, and I thought what I would do is just come on the old YouTube instead because, they're good questions, but I'm going to run out of time on TikTok. First question that I got was, and I've been getting this one a lot lately, from people who want to start investing, but they don't have the money to invest. They're asking, should I start trading first? I want to be a trader. I want to trade to make the money to invest. Is that a good plan? Should I do that? Should I start by day trading and swing trading and buying these risky options that I don't know anything about, and then take all the money that I plan on making and put them into investments? That seems like a smart strategy, right? You got to make the money somehow. If you've been following me on TikTok for the last year or so, you've probably heard me say this over and over and over, that I would prefer that you start investing and then swing trading and then day trading, and then finally, last but not least, options if you're interested. And what I'm seeing is so many people doing the exact opposite of that, starting with options or day trading because they need to raise capital for their... I really want to have some investments. I just don't have any money to invest, but I do have money because I'm going to day trade it and risk it. And that seems like saying, it seems like that same mindset of like, I'm going to go to the casino to get money so I can buy a house. I don't like that. That's why I always say, start with investing first. While you're investing, paper trade. The reason you paper trade is because it's paper. It's fake. It's not real money. It's phony. It's like monopoly money that Ameritrade or whatever gives you. You can set it to as much as you want. You can use as much or as little as you want. Although if you're going to paper trade, I recommend paper trading with exactly how much you would really trade with in real life, with real money. Reason being, if you're paper trading with $10 million, but you're going to be actually trading with 2,000, you're going to walk away trading from 10 million going, if you're good at it, right? If you're good and you don't lose your money, going, I'm going to make so much money. Not really, because you're not trading with 10 million or a million or 500,000 or 50,000. You're trading in real life with 2,000, paper trade with 2,000. That way you know what you stand to make and what you stand to lose. The reality is 90% of new traders lose all their money trading. It's not always because they find the wrong, I'm always in the wrong stock. It's a lot of the time is execution, right? I see a lot of new traders, and I think most new traders do this. They get a couple of big wins. They make a lot of money. They feel really good about themselves. Look, I did it. I made money. And then they start swinging with a bigger bat. And instead of trading with 1,000, they trade with 2,000 or 5,000 because they think that they're really, really good, when in reality, it's either beginner's luck or a bull market or beginner's luck and a bull market. And so these new traders start trading with more and more money because they think they're invincible. They think they're the greatest traders of all time. And what happens is they get into a bad stock or they get into a bad trade, and they don't have the ability up here to go, nope, this trade's not working. Instead, what usually ends up happening, and I can speak from experience because I've been trading for 10 years, so this happened to me in the beginning too, is you get this beginner's luck. You think you're really good at this, and you make 3 or 4 really successful trades in a row, and then your 5th or 6th trade, it's a loser, but you can't admit it. And the reason you can't admit it is because how could I be wrong? I've been right all these other times. I refuse to be wrong. And then you just sit there like pouting like a little, no, I'm not going to sell this stock. I can't be wrong. And what ends up happening is you end up erasing all of your past gains and eating into your trading money. And so people who start this with like, say, $2,000 end up on the wrong side of multiple trades because they get stubborn and they get hard-headed and they refuse to admit defeat. They refuse to say, nope, this stock isn't working. I was wrong, because a lot of people have trouble admitting that they were wrong. And the reality is the smartest thing you can do as a trader is admit you're wrong, because you're getting your capital back. You need your money to make your money. And so if you are refusing to sell, refusing to take a loss, as a lot of new traders do, You're eating into your gains, past gains, potentially, or you're eating into what your future gains could be because you're trading with less and less and less and less money. The joke is all these people saying, should I use my, I don't have any money to invest, but I do have money to trade. Then invest that money. Invest your trading money, get your experience, and then once you're confident with paper trading, or even trading with just very small amounts of money, right? Instead of buying 1,000 shares of a company, buy 10 or 100. And yeah, your profits won't be significant, but you'll be getting the experience that you need while your investments are building and growing for you. Doing it in reverse seems like a surefire way to lose all your money. I've gotten DMs from people over the years, or over the year, on TikTok at least, saying that exact thing. I needed money to invest, so I started trading, and I lost all my money, and now what do? Oh, I should have done the investing first. I should have invested first because all the investments that I wanted, these 3 or 4 or 5 stocks that I had been looking at, they're all through the roof. And I wasted all my money on these stupid stocks. Well, the stocks weren't stupid. It was your execution. It was your method. It was your plan that was the culprit here. A lot of new traders just don't have that ability to say, whether it's that they don't know how to look at the charts, they don't know how to use technical analysis, or they don't know how to pull the plug on a loser because they just can't admit defeat. It's a lot of different variables that go into this, where you say, if I say to you, hey, if you buy that stock at $5 and it drops to 480, are you going to sell? Yep, I'll sell. But in the moment when it's actually happening and it's your actual money, you're going to say, you know what? I'm not selling because I don't want to lose $200. I don't want to lose $200. It's less money that I have. I can't take a loss right now. I'm going to hold because I had all these wins. I have $1,000 in wins, and that $200 loss is going to set me back to $800. I don't want that. I wanted $1,000. So I'm going to hold. And then that stock drops even lower. Now you've got, say, a $500 loss. Shit. Now your $1,000 profit has been cut in half. And if you refuse to sell and it just keeps dropping, you don't have access to those funds, right? Because now let's say you're down 30 or 40% on that stock. You're not going to take a 30 or 40% loss. So that money is just going to sit there. So essentially, in a way, you've lost 100% of your access to that money because you're not selling it. You're not taking your loss, recouping your principal, your initial investment, and minus whatever you lost, and then putting it into other stocks. There are so many variables that make this too risky. If you have the money to trade, then just use that money to invest. Study the markets, learn the markets, read the books that are in my link tree down below. Study, paper trade, maybe even real life trade with just a small amount of money just to get experience. Do it in reverse. Again, it's like going to the casino to make money for your house. Look, people say to me like, how am I supposed to get the money to trade? How am I supposed to get the money to trade? However, you already make your money. What's your job? If you have a day job, if you work at a Starbucks, if you walk dogs, whatever your job is. And if you don't have a job, maybe you're 16 and you don't have a job, if you live in a place like DC where it's snowing today, put up signs in your neighborhood. I'll shovel out your car. I'll scrape the ice off your car. $20, Hey, are you elderly? Do you not want to go outside in this ice, but you have a dog? I'll walk your dog. Maybe they live in an apartment. They don't have a balcony. They're not going to go outside. What are they supposed to do? They're going to call you. That's where you get your money if you're young. And if you're an adult and you have a job, that's where you get the money to invest, assuming that you get paid a living wage, which most people don't. And if you need more money to invest and you have a job that pays well, consider living below your means. I know people don't like doing that, but that's a great way to raise capital to start investing. It's a great way. Instead of buying shoes or clothes or fancy watches or gadgets or tech or video games or accessories that you don't really need, you want, but you don't really need, shift your values. We have misplaced values in this country. We are always buying things to impress people that we don't know, don't like, don't care about. It's important for us. I have to be seen as I want to be sitting at the red light and someone sees me in my Mercedes or my Audi or my whatever and goes, that guy must be important. It's important for us And that's really that is hurting us. Take that money, buy a used Toyota, and now you've got tons of money to invest. And while that money is building and growing, you can trade in the meantime, or paper trade, or trade slowly. But this whole notion of I'm going to trade to make money, to invest, makes me nervous. I don't like it. I think you should do it in reverse. So anyway, if you thought this video was helpful, please like, please hit the bell, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.